When Sanji carries Vegapunk away, you can see a soul leaving his body. That's his tongue. That's not his soul, that's his tongue. Chapter 1108. I don't see the title because I only see the color spread that I've already seen. I think this is for some sort of short story, something, yeah. I've seen a bit about it. You know what bothers me? It's so much red, but then Robin's dress and Sanji's sister's dress is different colors. Why? Why is everything not red? Okay, let's go. Come in, Come in, world? Who is this guy? That's wet-haired Caribou. Wet-haired. You got it right. Just hold your fire, please. He's a pirate, it's true, but this is a government island, and there are many who threaten the Commodore's life. No, sir, not me. Please, you gotta trust me. If you kill me now, Master Teach is gonna split your skulls. Fascinating. And why is that? Because I got some very valuable information you won't hear from anyone else. That one of the ancient weapons named after gods, Poseidon, refers to the power of Shirahoshi, princess of Fishman Island, and that the other one, Pluton, slumbers beneath the land of Wano. The only people in the entire world who know both of these facts are the Straw Hat crew and little old me. Hehehe. Everyone expected this. It's still nice to see. Yeah, I think we've been talking about this for a very, very long time. Why does Caribou sound like that? I don't know. I don't know. My voices for characters are like RNG generated. If you just let me meet with Master Teach, I'll happily provide that information to him. I'm sure he'll be very pleased. So take me with you. I know it'll be worth your time. Well, that doesn't sound good. Chasing Blackbeard? Arc? Saga? Maybe. Pull back from the shore. Don't try to fight back against the pacifistas. No, the bubble shields! I mean, we still have... like, all the whatchamacallits are still hiding, right? Seraphims. But this is only still getting started. People thought he could be an underling of Crocodile. I think the Cross Guild wasn't yet introduced when I started to think about, him. But I think Crocodile... well, I mean, yeah, Crocodile started his organization, like, right after Marineford, right? With Mr. One. So I can see that. I can see that. I always assumed that it was Blackbeard because it's just... everything is Blackbeard. It's like... what was that meme from Drake and Josh of just Megan? You know, that's me with Blackbeard, just like always. It's always Blackbeard. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to remember all these names again. Vice Admiral Bluegrass. There's nothing we can do here. Destroying them only sets the Navy back. What do we do? Let them sink us? Is it possible to cancel the Buster call? I don't think it's ever been done before. Vice Admiral Hound. Vegapunk was the one who gave the pirates power over the pacifistas, wasn't he? There's no way we can call it off now. Vice Admiral Guillotine. Am I supposed to know these people? I know we've seen Bluegrass. I'm pretty sure we've seen Hound as well. I don't remember Guillotine at all. I don't remember any of these names. He's completely turned traitor against the government. He's guilty of treason. Our first course of action is to get the pacifistas back under control. Take out the pirate Jewelry Bonnie. All Vice Admirals, leave your posts and eliminate Jewelry Bonnie. Okay. She's fleeing from the Fabrio phase in the city center toward the northeast coast. Kill Jewelry Bonnie now. Okay. 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 The L in guillotine is silent, by the way. Wait, isn't it guillotine? Copy that. This is Tosa. I've got the target's rear position executing now. These claws are 10 finger pistols that will chew through any armor. Incredible. Toss a bite. Toss a bite. I'm still amazed by the fact that Franky is just completely fine. Like, Franky is just perfectly fine. How does that work? What are giants doing on this island? New enemies, we're already in a hurry. Oh, right, they don't even know. Right, Franky doesn't even know we have buddies. We brushed up on the new members throughout their bounty posters, but I don't see any of them. Are you all researchers here? We've come for the Straw Hat crew. Oh, Luffy's my captain. What beef you got with him? No beef, only gratitude. Franky's poster is also the Sunny. Franky has ship poster. Yes, so they don't even recognize Franky. Incredible. Will happily protect any of their friends. Luffy and Sanji and Vegapunk are still in the middle of the island. Will you help them? Those are familiar names. Of course we will. Vegapunk is the man that Scholar mentioned. I'll take him to the ship. Let's hurry, the flames are really spreading. Sure thing, captains. But they're on our side. Are those the masters Usopp always talks about? I think they are. I think they are. Love the fact that the giants are always smiling. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've said this a million times before. That's like one of my favorite things about the giants in One Piece. In most fiction, giants are dumb. In One Piece, they're just goofy little guys. Giants are cool. The lines are down. Either they got blasted or hit by giants. I'm going onto the island. So this is literally just battle everywhere. I'll go by sea, hop on Doll. The ship from Elbaf is on the northeast coast. The strength of the giants is top-notch. You ever fought a giant? My superior officer was a giant over 20 years ago. Was? You mean Saul? He was a strong one. Oh, I do remember Saul D. Goodman. Where are your other friends? There's a lab on top of the clouds. They're up there. On a sky island. No, it's right over our heads. So this is basically just like, yeah, this is the obligatory escaping island clash. Thingy bob. We gotta get you out of here, but you won't make it. Ouch, ouch. Oh, moving. Oh! He's Vegapunk. Moving me only speeds the blood loss. Don't you remember that we promised you we'd get you off this island? I know I asked for that, but now I've made up my mind. There is something here I must protect. I was hoping not to tell Bonnie about her special authority until she was more grown up. They'll be after her life, of course. Please keep her safe. He's less and less human by the minute. Yeah, why is he... Why is Saturn just, like, becoming bigger and bigger? What's going on? What the hell is... What's going on? Why is he suddenly very big? Why does he look so goofy, too? Full beast transformation? Oh, no! He... Is this a hot take? I think he looked much more menacing before. I think he now just looks a bit goofy. Like, look at him. He looks like a little bit of a goofy man with, like, big eyes. Is the beard? I think it is the beard. Because, like, some of the beard flaps, it looks like big ears. He's just a goofy little guy. Same thing we saw with the chick Robin Fawn and Wano. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's less and less human by the minute. His eyes look bizarre. And is he coated with poison or something? I don't think that's poison. I think it's acid. Hey, yo. Bro is coated in acid? Look out, Luffy. Wow. Ahaha. Go ahead and take him away, Sanji. Ignore him if he shouts in pain. Look. I'm gonna be honest. He looked much more menacing before. What is supposed to be that line going behind him? What are those things like coming? What's supposed to be like the long tube? Is the Magellan type of poison that that crosses the line between poisons and acid? I guess it makes sense, yeah. Legs? Can his legs go like all squiggly? Because like the leg that is, because obviously Luffy is jumping, right? And he's doing like, you know, we have the whole compiled movement. But like one of his legs goes like this. Wiggly, stretchy legs. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm gonna assume that those are his legs. I think those are supposed to be his legs, but they look really, really weird. Yeah, I really wonder, like, what does this ultimate power even look like? Guess we'll see. Enough, Sanji. I know, just sit tight. Wait, what? I'm a scientist shot point blank by an admiral. That's it, right? Apple Man. Just run around the back of the island, Sanji. Damn it, sorry. What? Kizaru stonks? What the hell do you mean Kizaru stonks? I was waiting for Kizaru to turn. No way, because like if no. This is not him dying. You know why? Because then it would be a glorious big splash panel of Vegapunk like being shot through the chest, and it'd be like a whole thing. No. Wait, there's more. There is more. Oh. You guys aren't going anywhere. Damn it, Vegapunk, snap out of it. You're not dead, are you? Beep? Coming world, I am Dr. Vegapunk, a humble... Oh, no, hold up! Hold up! Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. No, okay, wait, hold up. First of all, Luffy in Gear 5 actually being serious. I mean, yeah, he smiles with the whole "you guys aren't going anywhere." But the first moment where he grabs both, which by the way is an insane panel. Like, the perspective in this panel is just like, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. It's a small Kizaru being grabbed by a giant Luffy, and then the freaking Saturn, who is, I guess, even bigger, has his entire face smushed by Luffy's palm. Incredible. But what is this? While many of you will likely be shocked by what I have to say in this message, I assure you that this is the truth of this world. Number one, I called this. I only called this slightly too early. If you remember what I said with the trader, I said that publicizing the news was exactly what we'd see. This is going to be Marineford once again. It's going to be the same thing of people watching in Sabaody this broadcast. I said this. The much more interesting thing, though, is this a dead man switch? Is this his consciousness transferring to the server? Is this actually Vegapunk? What's going on? Because it starts immediately as he got shot, right? And then Sanji is, "You're not dead, right?" And then it's beep, and immediately beep, beep, click, click, click. It seems like a dead man switch, right? Check out the heart monitor. It seems to flatline, but, I mean, I guess it is supposed to be a flatline, yeah. Yeah, because it's supposed to be a flatline, I think. So it is a dead man switch. I think it's basically Clover's speech, but this time we get to hear the whole thing. I think basically, yes. I think it's going to be basically like Ohara, but mixed with Marineford. You know? Because I always thought the whole publicizing... Because my assumption was that it could be, whatchamacallit, Kuma's memories, right? That the broadcast we would see throughout the world is Kuma's memories. I got that slightly wrong. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it is about the Buccaneers. Maybe. My assumption right now is that, yes, this is a dead man switch, and this is probably all the records he has. And I would presume... And also something you said in chat, did you notice Saturn's not speaking anymore? Yeah, you're right. He hasn't muttered a single word. Huh. The Labo is about to shoot to space and become a satellite for the internet? That would honestly be the best thing ever. Like, if his entire lab becomes like a satellite, I think that would be so clever. Pythagoras and Edison aren't human. Vegapunk might be his brain now. I still think that, like, we will carry around some version of Vegapunk for us. Because I don't think we would have had the whole brain syncing, brain uploading thing if it wasn't meant to be relevant later on. I wonder how after Robin finds the Rio Poneglyph, how will she get that info out to the public? Yeah, I'm really curious what the truth of this world is. Because, like, think of it this way. It can't just be like the Ancient Kingdom, because we know about it. Right? We know that the Ancient Kingdom existed. We know that they had super advanced tech. So it must be... Like, wait, is this the end of the chapter? Yes, it is. So, in-universe, it must be something that is also new to us, but it is also some fundamental truth about this world. So it can be something like Emu, for example. Like, if he just says there is a king, like... there sits a king on the empty throne, so if he just said that there is a king, that doesn't really change anything. So I don't think Oda would write it like that. Does he know about Emu? I'm not sure he knows about Emu. I presume he does, but that's not even relevant. Because that wouldn't change anything for us reading the story, right? That's what I mean. It's more so that point I'm getting across. Not that he's specifically going to talk about Emu. I saw a theory that the Gorosei are like satellites of Emu. Yes, I talked about that a couple weeks ago as well. I really, really like that theory as well. Though I didn't talk about them as satellites, I talked about them as like Horcruxes, right? So we'd have to go through them first, before we even get to Emu. Truth about the establishment of the world government. If it's something about the 20 kings or something, that would be pretty cool, yeah. I think if you really want to, the chapter comes out next week, right? So I don't want to go super deep in on this. But I think if you like really, really went through all the big One Piece mysteries, number one, it cannot be linked to like Robin's dream. It cannot be linked to that because that is something we will see in the story naturally, right? We need to find it. It cannot be linked to Laugh Tale because again, we will find it ourselves. It cannot be linked to the Ancient Kingdom unless we are delving very deep into the Ancient Kingdom lore. And I think with these three assumptions, if you go down the list, you can pretty easily like find out what it most likely is. Because if we are starting to talk about the Ancient Kingdom, then we need to start getting its name, we need to start getting what it's about, you know? There's a lot we technically would need to know. And I'm not sure whether we're gonna dive into that now, because like we have Elbaf, right? Attention World, hello there, is that I'm wondering about. Does he have the tech to actually broadcast this throughout the entire world? I presume so. I presume so. I would assume this is literally like Marineford, right? Truth about the War of the Blank Century, how the government was formed? Because maybe like a war? Like, think of it this way. What would knowing of a war impact your perception of the truth of this world? I think it must be some sort of revelation that is very important for like the current day. So it must be something that we don't know, and it's something that is relevant for the current day in the story. Because I'm just thinking like, from the way the story is presented, like imagine if in our own world, someone told you that 900 years ago, there was actually an ancient kingdom. Does that change anything for you? Not really, right? So it must be something that directly affects the public. What about Ohara and God Valley? I think if he talks about Ohara and God Valley, that's sort of just like talking about all of their games and what the Celestials do. Which is probably a good candidate, yeah. Because I don't think, like, my immediate knee-jerk reaction is that it's just like, your government has been hiding, you know, entire islands from you, and they're actually, like, destroying them, yada yada. But we've read all of that in the story, so there is no point in writing that in here, you know? Massive weapon that wipes out islands and raises the sea level. Even that, I think would be a good candidate, but we have seen it. So, I'm not sure. Maybe I am overthinking it and it will be something that we already know and is just explored more in depth. But based on the way it's presented, I'm expecting something completely new. Maybe. You know how with Whitebeard we had the One Piece is real? Maybe with Vegapunk we have the Rio Poneglyph is real. The Rio Poneglyph is real! Doesn't sound that well. Might be the truth about the Celestial Dragon hunting games. That is another good candidate, but again, we've literally seen them, right? I don't know. I feel like the Ancient Kingdom is like the only thing that it can be. But then we have to get like super deep in on it, right? It's not just that there was an Ancient Kingdom, but what the Ancient Kingdom was, and what the technology of the Ancient Kingdom was. Maybe it's the Devil Fruits. The truth of this world. And if they talk about the Devil Fruits. I was too early. That's what I'm getting caught up on. Joy Boy is now here. Roger was too early on Laugh Tale. And now, once Vegapunk is dying and he's seen Luffy, the Liberator, this is when he has a message to the truth. Wonder if he's spilling the beans about Lucia and how it's not the first time that it happened? It could be that, yeah. It could be something like that. Because, like, I feel like if it is, like, your government has been hiding information from you, yada yada, right? It needs to have some sort of hook for us as the readers. And I don't know what that hook could be. Because otherwise it's just functional recap. Is the Lunarians, Buccaneers, and other dead races? That could also be interesting. You raise a very good point. I think what he says would cut a deeper line between the world government and the Marines. Yes. I think this is meant to detach the Marines from the world government in a way. But is it though? Because, like, let me put it this way. I think this is like Whitebeard's The One Piece's real moments, right? I do think that there is a pre-egg... I mean, we already know this, right? The Egghead incidents. So, I do think that after this, the final war is basically kicked into high gear. I think this is the catalyst for that. So whatever it is, it must start like mass revolts of some sort. It must do something. And the paradoxical thing about it is that if Vegapunk says that like revolting nations have been obliterated, what do you think nations of thinking about revolting will do? Wouldn't they become even more scared? You know? I think it could be cool if it is about the origin of the devil fruits. I think that would probably be one of the coolest things, like one of the fundamental elements about the world of One Piece. The devil fruits. Why are they called the devil fruits, first of all? Why is there this their legendary liberator? That is something that would actually change the fabric of the One Piece world. But we already know they like come from dreams, so I don't know. It's probably whatever Dragon learned to make him start the revolution. I think there are more than enough reasons outside of some big secret to revolt against the world government of One Piece. So I don't know. The world government is already very bad. Very, very bad. Does it really have to be something new and not just more details on something we already know? Personally, I think so. Because otherwise I don't think it would have been a cliffhanger. I think if it wasn't something new that is for us as the readers as well, I think Oda knows full well that it would be disappointing. Because Oda doesn't usually do these things. Like, I don't think there's ever been a case where Oda builds something like this up, and then it's just like recap. Because obviously, there is a lot of hidden recap in One Piece. A lot of the stuff we don't pick up on, but it's meant to be recap. I don't think this is it though. Especially with how recent all of this is. Like, keep in mind, we've talked about the Ancient Kingdom, we've talked about Leloucia, we've talked about all these things very, very recently. I think this must be something fundamentally new. Maybe Vivi ancestor backstory, wasn't she the one that helped with the poneglyph? Yes. I wonder if it's about... Another thing that is kind of fishy to me is Caribou coming into the picture, right? And he immediately talks about the two ancient weapons. What about the third? Truth of this world. No, you know what? The more I think about it, the more I think it would be cool if it's literally like imagine if you've seen Attack on Titan, Season 3. You know what I'm gonna say. Imagine if it's literally like 800 years ago. There was a thing. Big thing happened, and we just drift into that. And it's completely different. Like, everything about it is different. Everything. Everything is completely different. And we just dive right into the Void Century flashback. Would Oda do 2 flashbacks back to back this close? I don't know. 2 flashbacks in one arc would be crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, have we seen... Because I don't think so. I don't think we've ever had 2 big flashbacks. And I think if we were to get a Void Century flashback right now, wouldn't that kind of undermine Kuma's entire story in a weird way? You know, it's like we just learned about the fight Kuma had, and now Kuma's fight is over, and we suddenly are just like, but wait, there's more? Dressrosa had Law and Doffy. Yeah, but I feel like Law and Doffy were so closely intertwined that that was like... It's basically the same one, right? It's not, but it's basically the same one. Think about it this way. We saw the entire Empty Throne thing from Sabo's perspective, right? So, wouldn't it make more sense for it to be big news? Big News Morgan? That, like, covers all of that? I don't think it'd be Vegapunk. Will of D? Will of D would be very spicy. Will of D would be very, very spicy. Is this like the most literal translation, by the way? What do the scans say? Does it also say the truth of this world? Because usually the scans are a bit more literal. Yeah, it's the same. God damn it. Imagine if it literally is. Imagine if it literally is him saying, a long time ago, this world was not covered by water. The truth of this world. Like, this world was once different. It wasn't covered in water. It was not like a water world. To be totally honest with you, I kind of dig that. If it was about the whole water rising thing. That he basically talks about how 800 years ago, like, basically the real Wano was where we actually lived. But, like, again, how would that change anything for, like, the average person? I don't know. The truth of this world, we live in a manga? Oh my god. Have you heard about the pole shift theory? I've heard bits about it, but I'm not entirely sure what it is exactly. Pole shift theory, One Piece. Which is the final destination and the place where One Piece is under the ocean. Because Lodestar Island Logtown was probably one large island before. I mean, yeah, this is about the more about the location, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think with this, we're gonna wait a week and we're gonna decide. This is a very curious chapter, right? Because at the start, I was like, oh, so this is just like your usual... This is the... I coined a phrase for these. So in One Piece, whenever we get, like, close to the end of the arc, we have the running and fighting phase, is what I used to call it. So this is usually where we saw just all the, like, one-on-one fights, while we have some sort of timer ticking down, right? So in Dressrosa, this was very literal. We saw the cage moving in, and while the cage was moving in, we fought everyone. I was like, okay, so we're on to that stage of the arc, and now Luffy's just gonna fight. And then freaking Oda pulls this. Okay, but real talk. Luffy can't win against an admiral and one of the elders, right? He can't do that. That wouldn't make sense. You guys aren't going anywhere. That can't happen. Not yet. Void Century is the best candidate. It doesn't matter. Wouldn't try to stall people discovering and revealing he can talk about Okra. I do think the Void Century is probably the best candidate. I don't know what he has to say, though. Like, it must be big lore for him to talk about it. I'm very curious as to, like, what Oda is doing with Kizaru. Because at the very, very start of this entire siege, Kizaru went on about the whole, I'm just a cog in the system, you know? And then he was like, I don't want to kill all of them, yada yada. So is Kizaru going to be, like, I don't even know, like a slave to duty, basically? Because I think all of us were expecting a Kizaru turn at some point, but I feel like at the same time we've seen so many of the admirals turn in a way that I don't even know. I think I'll leave it there for today. I mean, I have no idea. I've got no clue. I am still, and this might be me in denial, but the fact that Vegapunk has a dead man switch does lend even more credence to me thinking that, you know, there is more. I don't think he's totally gone. I don't. Energy from the Ancient Kingdom? What if the reason studying and Gorosei want to kill him, right? The energy thing could be it, but didn't he say at the start of the arc that he's searching for it? Because he was basically building a fusion reactor, right? I even made memes about it, how he's building a fusion reactor. But I don't think he had it figured out. Pretty sure he didn't. Anyway, I'll leave it there for today. A very odd chapter. I'll give it like a very respectable 9 out of 10 as usual, for the simple reason of the ending. The rest of the chapter is kind of, you know, your usual One Piece battles. I didn't miss anything here, did I? Also, Kuma is being still carried out, so I think Kuma's fine. There's one little detail I probably missed. What is it? Tell me about it. Is this a hot take? But I think Saturn looks more goofy. I think Saturn in his big form looks even more goofy than he did before. When Sanji carries Vegapunk away, you can see a soul leaving his body. That's his tongue. That's not his soul, that's his tongue. His tongue is flapping around. It's not his soul, it's his tongue. Pretty sure it's his tongue. I'm pretty sure it's his tongue. I don't think it's his soul. If it's his goddamn soul, and that's when... Which, by the way, where's Robin? Where's Brooke? Something very sus is going on with how much Oda is hiding some of the main players. Kinda sus. Kinda sus. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. I'll be back next week to talk about whatever the truth of this world is. You know how there hasn't been a break in like 3 weeks? What if this is the reason why there's a break after next chapter? Oda just cooked the biggest reveal of like all of this arc, and then he's just like, I'm gonna go on break now. See you in a week. Because, you know, there are 2 main channel videos coming, and then, like I said, I'll see you back in a couple weeks. Well, not a couple weeks, next week, for another good One Piece chapter. Alright, I'll stop rambling, and, have a good one. Have a nice start of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.